Wow, just way too high, eh? Let's drop it down a bit. Look at the little bird there. It's so easy to pan too. Very smooth. Oh, there's another bird over there. I want to get down low. Bring everything down. That's great. Very nice. This is nice. I can take really good photos like this, but I want to get down even lower. This is how easy it is. Unclip here, put this down the ground, press a button here, this goes down, this comes back here, and that's it. Lift the viewfinder up. Now I am very close to the ground. And if I'm taking video, I just slightly tighten the back here, and it is so smooth. Now let's take a look at some of the video that I took. There's a little bit of drag, but it's not stiff. Some of these fluid heads, when you pan, it just jitters a little bit. If you're taking video, this is very annoying because you've got to cut it and splice it. But this, beautiful. Well, I was hoping to do the whole review on the X-AIRFLY Mono and the MH6S fluid head, but quite a lot of people turned up. I decided to pack up and come back to the office here. Fotopro is sponsoring this video. Fotopro has sent me the X-AIRFLY Mono, Monopod, and the MH6S fluid head for me to test and keep after this review has been done, but they have no input into this video. They just want my honest opinion. Fotopro contacted me. Would you like to test out our brand new monopod called the X-AIRFLY Mono? And it is a very nice monopod. I said, yeah, sure. Send me over a sample. Now, this monopod is only available through their website, and I'll put a link in the description where you can go and buy it. What do I like and what do I don't like about this monopod? Well, there is not much not to like. It easily handles the weight of my Nikon Z6 with the Nikon 200-500. And with the fluid head, it handles this, and even when it's fully zoomed out, I have no problems at all being able to take photos and especially video. Now, the monopod stretches out to 186 centimeters in height. That is my height, and I'm pretty sure that nobody will ever stretch it out that high. You may ask, why do you need a monopod that high when you might only be 165 centimeters high? Well, the advantage of having a very high monopod is that the last shaft, the smallest one, doesn't need to be extended that much. This gives you greater stability, and stability in a monopod is 10 times more important than stability in a tripod. Let's start from the top of the monopod and work down to the feet, and I'll show you what I like about this monopod. So a lot of the new monopods, you can take the top off here and you can put it on the feet. This one here has a very new setup compared to some of the others that I'd looked at. This monopod doesn't have a clutch system. Clutch system is just you press it down. And this is why I didn't go for a clutch system, because I like holding my monopod right up the top here. And I found that with the clutch system, I'm pressing down. What happens if I accidentally press down while I'm taking a video and the whole camera can just flip off? That's 3 odd kilos here. This one here has a trigger system, so you push it in when you want to release the head. But it has a safety mechanism. It has a little clip up here. So when you lift the clip up, there is no way that the top can accidentally fall out. Very unique design. This is a great little feature. This monopod comes in orange or silver grey. The base has a similar setup to the top. It's a push-in system. It doesn't have a safety because it doesn't need it. This is what I really like here. This releases the monopods. So if you want to move the monopod around, I just put my foot on here. That's it. And I can move the monopod around. When I want to lock the monopod back in, I just push my foot on it again, and that's it. It locks down. I found other monopods had either a screw-in system where you've got a nut that you screw in, or like mine, you've got to twist it off. Very annoying. Or some of them have got this clip system here between the legs. I wear size 14 shoes, and I found that with the clip here between the feet, I couldn't really unclip it properly. It was very annoying. Now if I press the trigger here, push it down, that's it. I've got just my monopod. And you notice that when you unclip the monopod, there's nothing here. On mine, I've got to carry this little stump here in my pocket if I don't want to use the feet and put the feet in my backpack. And what has Fotopro done? Well, they've solved this by putting it underneath the legs. So I just unscrew it, put the feet away, Now I can just screw the rubber stomper and I've got a monopod without the feet. And if I just move this around, wriggle it out, I've got a sharp end here. This is when you're on slippery surfaces like rocks and all that, it'll hold it down much more stable than a rubber grommet. Genius! I've looked at it very carefully. It is so well made. Look how thick the bottom shaft is here. And look how thick the top shaft here. I really like this monopod, not just because Fotopro sent it to me. It's very well made. Why would you take the legs off the monopod? You bought the monopod because you want the feet. Having the feet here gives you a mini tripod. What happens if you're out photographing wildlife or videotaping wildlife and you want to get down low? The monopod sits this height. There's birds on the water and you want to videotape the birds. This is the beauty of this, because I can take the top off, put it on here. Now I can just screw on the fluid head, put your camera on. That's it. Beautiful. It gives you the ability of photographing or shooting video very low to the ground. Let's talk about the fluid head here. The Fotopro MH6S fluid head weighs at 700 grams and has a maximum load of 6 kilos. My gear is just over 3 kilos, so it'll handle this very well. And full disclosure, this is the first time that I've used a fluid head. I've looked at fluid heads in the past. What stopped me buying a fluid head was the weight. It is so much heavier than my little tilt head. But there lies the issue. I had a misguided idea on fluid heads. My friend who's owned a fluid head for around 18 months told me, "You're misguided, Charles." He said, "You don't understand that this extra weight gives you the movement, the smoothness that you want." But the one thing that stopped me buying a fluid head, it was when I was testing them out, when I was panning from right to left and then coming back from left to right. It was just jerky, just a little bit. In video, that jerkiness meant that I had to cut the video and splice it, and that stopped me. The small birds are just moving across the water from right to left. They stop, they move forward, and then they start moving very quickly to the left. There is no jerkiness in the video. This is amazing, especially when you're thinking of the cost of this fluid head, which is so much cheaper than other fluid heads for the price. And the drag system works perfectly. It's very well sprung. Very slowly, it comes back down to the middle. And when we put the camera on the MH6S fluid head, we put it in. Did you hear that click? It has a safety mechanism that now, even before I lock the clamp down, there is no way that my camera will go anywhere. I can tilt it all the way here. It's not going to go anywhere. The clamp is 7 centimeters long. This gives you a lot of movement to adjust so that you can get your whole system stable. This is why it's so big, because it doesn't mean that you've got to put it in the center. What it means is that, see, you can see it's slightly tilting forward here. So I just slowly move it back there. Now it's not going anywhere. Now my gear is balanced. I can leave it like that. It's not going to tilt forward. It's not going to tilt back. I can just lock it down. Beautiful. Would I recommend the Fotopro X-AIRFLY Mono monopod to my viewers? Definitely. Not just because Fotopro has given me this monopod. I can tell you, if they had just sent me this gear and say, "We'd like you to review it, but if you like it, you have to buy it," I would have still bought it, because for the price, you can't get much better. There are similar monopods on the market, but the innovations in this monopod, I think you will find hard to find another monopod in this price range with everything that I've talked about. I don't think they could have produced a better monopod for the price. And this monopod, like I stated, can only be found on the website. The link is in the description. Just like the fluid head here, for the price. It is an amazing fluid head and it will handle my camera system very well. Thanks to Fotopro for sponsoring this video. If you've liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. Stay safe, enjoy your wildlife photography. If you have any comments or feedback about this gear, put it in the comments below and I'll answer your question. Have a great day and I'll see you next time.